Alright, what is going on, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen? The ACMJS Gamer here. Today we have an article that was published from Ubisoft almost an hour ago at the time of this recording. Splinter Cell Remake begins development at Ubisoft Toronto. That is literally the entire announcement that they made on Twitter, and that is where I found this article. There will be a link down in the description down below. To this article without me going over it or explaining or highlighting stuff, Basically, they did an interview, they being some of the people who are working at the game at Ubisoft Toronto, and so we're going to kind of go through the details and the little key bits of information that they have provided. There are some things in this article that they say that it's kind of interesting. We don't know which way they're going to go yet. That might be kind of skeptical. I don't know. We'll see. So let's dive in. The Splinter Cell remake is being led by Ubisoft Toronto. They are planning to rebuild from the ground up using Ubisoft's Snowdrop engine, which is the same engine for, I believe, the Division 1 and 2, and the same one they're using for the Avatar and Star Wars games, to deliver a new generation of visuals and gameplay, along with dynamic lighting and shadows the series is known for. What we're trying to do is make sure the spirit of the early games remains intact in all of the ways that gave early Splinter Cell its identity. So as we're building it from the ground up, we're going to update it visually, as well as some of the design elements to match player comfort and expectations. We're going to keep it linear like the original games, not make it an open world. Okay, so the thing that I have an issue with this is they say we're going to update it visually as well as some of the design elements to match player comfort and expectations. What does that mean? We have no idea. It could be that they're letting up on some of the way the mechanics works in the games. I don't know if that means that you're going to have like a detection meter option where you can choose it to be really dumb or you can build it up to be really smart. I don't know. Who knows? What we're doing is exploration and innovation here. We've got a new engine and a new console lifecycle to take advantage of, so the tech is one area we don't want to be stuck in the past. Their little term here, stealth action redefined, we're able to, for example, apply that to what Peter was just saying as far as being able to prototype and innovate and test things out. That is very much in keeping with us redefining what stealth action is going to feel like for a modern audience. It's important for us to preserve the sense of mastery by supporting players who observe the situations, make their plan, use their gadgets, and outsmart the enemy creatively to deal with the challenges they are presented with. Ideally, they end up coming out of the other side with no one having realized you were even there. That's the essence of Splinter Cell. I would say arguably that's also like the essence of stealth that a lot of games Assassin's Creed get wrong. The more modern ones anyways. What I love about a Splinter Cell map is that every square inch represents intentionality. Every square inch is part of a choice, or directly offers a choice, or has a direct ramification depending on the path that you follow. The gameplay experience we are targeting is directly tied to what we want players to feel, to capture the essence back when we were all playing the original games. We recognize a huge part of the appeal of Splinter Cell is the flawless planning, execution, and satisfaction you feel when you go in and absolutely ace every encounter. Seeing your mastery put on display at the end of things, especially when you go through with no alarms triggered, that's a big part of the Splinter Cell experience, and we want to be sure we are honoring that. We're going to have a really good mix of people who have worked on previous Splinter Cell games and new team members who are joining and bringing fresh energy and fresh ideas. So basically, this is kind of also like a hiring publicity event, because they're encouraging people to come work at Ubisoft Toronto on this game. They're in the earliest stages of development, so it'll be interesting to see where they go with this. So now we're going to take the time to explore what this means for us, for Light and Shadow, animation tech, for gameplay, AI, audio. Even they're talking about um, how they're gonna one up the original, I guess. There's stuff that simply needs to be redone from scratch to be up to snuff for a modern gameplay experience. With that, though, what do we need to do what do we need to do to absolutely preserve the feeling of early Splinter Cell? We're going to be straddling the line between the spirit of the old and the comfort of the new so that we can excite and surprise new players. But also make sure that when our returning players pick up the controller, they have that sigh of relief saying they got it. We'll see. It's safe to say a lot of us on the team are stealth pursuists, and we're behind that level of seriousness when it comes to those kinds of mechanics and those sorts of things that we want to see in this game. And we're very, very aware of what makes classic Splinter Cell what it is. With this remake, we're building a solid base for the future of Splinter Cell. So, this is kind of interesting because people have been asking for like a new Splinter Cell game entirely, and we haven't had one since Blacklist so many years ago. So this will be interesting that they're doing a remake. This kind of, I guess, sparks the debate between what a remaster, what a remake really is. And they're saying that they're going to update a bunch of different stuff. It'll be interesting to see how they update like the core gameplay, because some people don't think that that's a remake. The same debate is currently going on with Knights of the Old Republic, the PlayStation remake that's coming out sometime, I think, this year. But we have no idea. So I can't wait to see what they come out with. I have not played the original Splinter Cell. I have only played Blacklist, and I know during the month of November they gave away Chaos Theory for free, I believe. I have yet to play that. But I am super interested in this because Ubisoft is actually going to revive it. The question is, they say they're not going to do an open world and that they're not going to, straddle players with microtransactions and this and that and the other. So we shall see. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.